What's good, everybody? It's your boy Alex P, King of Sin City, Mr. 702, the GOAT, the CEO, and the voice of Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is King of Vegas Podcast, episode number 10. We are back with the pink lemonade. Look how cute. Look how cute this glass is. It's bees, it's flowers, and it's leaves. I love it. It's so cute. I also want to show y'all how I make my pink lemonade. I want to show you what I make it in. 1 second. Okay, so I make my lemonade in this big ass thing. There's a lot missing because I just poured me a glass. But, you know, it's just this cute picture my stepmom ended up getting. And I was like, oh, bitch, this is it. So I'm going to go ahead and make my lemonade in it. So shout out to her for getting that. That was what's up. It's going to be a great episode today, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about a lot of things. But first off, you know, we got to go ahead and show you the fit today. So today I am wearing a vintage Nickelodeon sweater, 90s Nick. It has, if you see right here, it has Reptar. If you can name him, you're cool as fuck. Go ahead and let me know who he is. If you've seen Rocket Power, that's my girl from Rocket Power. Nickelodeon right here. You guys should see the back. The back is even doper. Let me show you this side. Let me put my drink down. This side has Cat Dog, Hey Arnold, and Angelica's bitch ass. Don't nobody like Angelica. She's such a cunt. Always has been, always will be. Man, today we're going to talk about a lot of different things. Also, too, ladies and gentlemen, the green jeans, these are Frankie Mac's. I believe that's what his name is. I got them from DD's Discount. I didn't get the original price. So shout out to DD's Discount for getting me that discount. Because, bitch, I seen the original price on these green jeans. They was a little pricey, bitch. But, you know, $17.99 at DD's Discount. This sweater I had got from my little sister. I stole it. I steal all her clothes. The majority of the clothes that you see, I stole from my sister. I got her low swagger. You know, she's the boy of the family. And I'm the little girl, unfortunately. So that's just how it goes. I'm also have the black beanie on. Once again, you guys are like, this motherfucker and this black beanie in the summer. Bitch, I'm growing my hair out. And it's just kind of looking in that rough air. You know how it would be when you grow your hair out and it'd be looking rough and tough and you just can't do shit with it. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now. But yeah, today we're going to talk about a lot of different things. First off, if you didn't know, June 1st, 2 p.m. PST, I'm giving away $200 via Cash App on my Instagram Live at Mr. King of Sin City, 2 p.m. PST on my Instagram Live, not on King of Vegas Podcast Instagram Live, my Instagram Live at Mr. King of Sin City. $200 via Cash App. And I'm also going to go ahead and announce the next giveaway on that giveaway date. And I'm also going to be giving away a couple surprise giveaways, just little surprises, something kind of custom. Something custom. I really wanted it to be special and from the heart, just to thank the people that have been supporting me. And I'm also going to be announcing, along with the next giveaway date, the next special prize winners. I'm going to be also giving away some special prizes to 2 new winners. So I'm really, really, really excited. And also, if you get these special prizes, you also are able to win the $200 as well. Baby, I let you win everything. Okay, go ahead and take everything from me. Okay. Okay. So, see you guys that Saturday, right? Saturday, June 1st, 2 p.m. PST. My Instagram Live once again. Mr. King of Sin City. I'm super excited. And I'm really, really excited to show the people what I got going for them, for the special viewers, the special kings and queens that just been on my side no matter what. Okay, so I'm about to make y'all feel a little old. Well, I'm about to make some of y'all feel a little old because I felt a little old, my 28 years young self. So do you guys remember these? Do you guys remember this T-Mobile Nokia phone? Bitch, I remember it, okay? This was cracking, bitch. This was like one of the first, it wasn't the first, but one of the first like phones that they let you start like playing music MP3 on it. MP3 player. It wasn't iPod. Your phone had an MP3 player on it, bitch. It was fucking over. Okay, I remember when these motherfucking things came out. I remember also too, there was like the juke from Verizon. Watch me move with my juke. If y'all make a comeback, I gotta be in that commercial. But I remember this shit right here, baby. I used to fucking bump my music. Chris Brown No Airs in here. Huey Pop Lock and Drop It in here. Crime Mob Rock Your Hips is up in here. What else? Soldier Boy Gets Silly. VIC Gets Silly. Bow Wow's in here. What else is in here? I know I got Gucci Mane. I got Young Jeezy up in here. Who else I got up in here? There's just so many people. I know that Nicki Minaj's Sucker Free mixtape is probably in here. I mean, so many things. Oh no, Playtime is over. I think that's how far back it goes. Yeah, that's just one thing. How many of you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that phone? Do you guys also remember this phone, this LG Verizon phone? Bitch, hold up. There's nothing like, these touchscreens are very cute, very, very cool, but there's nothing like not wanting to hear what a bitch say, or when you cuss a bitch out and they think that they finna have the last word and you just, bitch, please, hold up. Or you go ahead and just do a, bitch, please. Ha 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 ha. No, but seriously, do you guys remember this? I remember there was like, I only got like 700 minutes a month before unlimited call, unlimited text. That you was really exclusive, bitch, if you had unlimited, bitch. I remember I had minutes and we had to share with 5 different people in the motherfucking house, bitch. My mama was always cussing me out, bitch, because by the 3rd or 4th day, the minutes was gone, motherfucker. We was always sharing 100 minutes the whole month because of my ass. But I at least had unlimited text. I remember I used to have to call everybody after 9 p.m. Like, hold up, let me call you back after 9. My minutes is gonna be free. Do you guys remember that? Or am I just old as fuck now? You guys gotta let me know. Oh my goodness, I feel so good. I've had such a long fucking week, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just kidding. This lemonade is so good. So good. Next week, you guys are gonna have to remind me to show you what kind of lemonade that I use. Yeah, I'm not gonna show y'all this week. I'm not gonna go get it. But I've had a long fucking week, ladies and gentlemen. I've just been kind of like, I remember last couple episodes, I've been kind of telling you I've been kind of struggling with like kind of staying focused and staying strong and just like staying, and not mentally, but just like as far as when it comes to my work and trying to get to the next level and evolve in my career. And this week it has just been like such a exhale. I feel like I had to stop doing some fuck shit because I was blocking my own blessings. Like I was trying to balance 2 lives when really I just needed to focus on this one life. I tried to kind of keep my old life and bring it in with my new life, but you can't do that. God definitely, or whatever you rightfully believe in, I unapologetically believe in God. And God just be like, bros, you cannot, I'm not going to allow you to evolve if you can't let all of this go. And I haven't let everything go. I have to say, I'm going to be straight up. I haven't let everything go, but I've let the major thing go. And it's only been a couple of days, honestly, but I'm still trying to keep it going. I'm still trying to stay strong. I'm a human being. The flesh is definitely something it's hard to deny. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm talking about, this might be a little too grown. You might be too young and think, fuck it, life is life and I'm gonna do what I want. I remember when I used to feel like that. Nothing mattered, no consequence mattered. Nothing could go up against me. Until you get a little older and reality just all of a sudden hits and you're like, wait, what am I doing here? What am I doing with my life? You just kind of have that moment. If you haven't had that moment yet, baby, go ahead and just enjoy your fucking life right now. Because it's just going to creep up on you out of nowhere. If you know, you know. But yeah. Oh, shit. That shit went down the breathing pipe. Okay, so I remember last week I was going to tell you guys I was going to talk about the church and all the fuck shit that happens up in the church that I had growing up. But, I wanted to go ahead and save that for a special episode. I really, really do, because I really want to make sure that if I'm going to talk about that, I'm going to really, really talk about that. And if I want to talk about that, I got to bring up names. And if I can't bring up the names right now, I'm going to go ahead and leave that shit on the playground, because we grown as fuck and that's just what we do. Now, it's nothing like traumatizing or nothing. It's just that my mama be watching this, I think. And, and not many people watch it, so if my mama do watch it, she probably don't even watch this shit. But, it's just a lot of shit that I really want to get into, and I want to make sure that I like have more than 30 minutes to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and start doubling the time on these. podcast episodes, go up to like maybe an hour, 45 minutes, because I love to do it. I love to talk to you guys. I think it's really, really fun to be sitting here and just chatting it up with you guys, keying it up. But I hate editing and shit. I hate doing all that shit. So that's why the episodes are kind of short. But if I can just find somebody to go ahead and help me out, somebody loyal to help me out, then, you know, maybe they can edit it and we can go ahead and sit a little longer. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, you go ahead and enjoy the episode. So this week I was going to talk to you guys about the fuck shit that went up in my Southern Baptist church. I went to Desert Hills Baptist Church growing up. But I'm going to save that for another week. But this week is going to be a very, very special episode. This week we're going to talk about one night stands. Have you guys ever had a one night stand? Now I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I had several. You know, I was kind of a fuck kid when I was a teenager. Very, very peak in my early 20s, like 2021. But like by the time I was 21, I was kind of over it. You know, I'm in Las Vegas. So when you grow up in Las Vegas, all there is to do here is have sex, drink alcohol, do drugs, and gamble a little bit. So it's just kind of like by the time you get to like the age you're supposed to be doing that, you're over it. So I remember, I just kind of want to know, like, what have you guys ever had a one night stand? If you did, how was it? You know, I be dipping and dabbing into, into everything. So I've definitely have some stories for you guys. I've done it all. I'm gonna be so completely honest with you guys. I've been fucking bitches. I've had sex with men. I've done like orgies. I've done a whole bunch of things. But I used to be a gigolo. So that's kind of like really the reason why I've done so much and I have experience. Yes, I was a gigolo. Maybe about 25, 30 pounds ago. Actually, no, I was kind of a little chubbier when I was doing it. And it's really actually like not that fun and not that glamorous. So I definitely wouldn't recommend you guys doing that. But everything that I had done, I was at least getting paid for it. Again, my money's worth. It was really, really a crazy time. Now, one thing that I did like to do, I did like dancing. I did do dancing for like a couple weeks, maybe like 4 or 5 weeks. But unfortunately, I didn't get to continue doing it because I was underage at the time that I started doing it. And the little club that I had danced at wasn't even really a club. It was just like kind of like this place that had a back room and everybody would be dancing there. We would all be drinking and they would just kind of let any and everybody come in. Like it didn't matter the age. If you had the money, you were allowed to come in. And you had to say a secret word to go back there. The secret word was angels. I will say that. I'm not going to say too much more because, I don't want nobody trying to come and get my ass. And shit. What if this shit don't work out and I got to go back? No, I'm just kidding. They shut down. Now, it wasn't because of me, but they did shut down because they did find out that there was a lot of, underage kids up in there and shit that were dancing. And underage, I don't mean anybody under 16, 17, 18. I mean like 18, 19, and 20, under the age of the drinking limit. Just want to make it clear. I do remember that there was a lot of people getting pimped out. A lot of pimps had their hoes in there, and hoes as in males and females. Now that was the first time that I had like really entered the world and seen males be prostitutes, males, and also like the trans community. Really, really, I'm gonna keep it real. Really, really showed me the ways. The trans sisters showed me how to make that coin, and they're like, "Baby, if you're gonna do it this way." And I used to think like. I used to think that like it was gonna be a lot easier to have sex from pay, but it's actually quite hard. Like you have to emotionally and mentally be ready for this shit. But yeah, that lifestyle is what kind of increased my alcohol and my drug addiction. Now, I did start doing drugs when I was about 13 years old. I actually met a group of friends. I was kind of a loner because, I was clearly a bisexual, queer young boy. I had a hard time making friends. You know what I mean? Because I was always kind of just myself unapologetically. And, people didn't really know how to handle that. So I did find a group of friends that did like me for me, but at the time I really fucked myself up being friends with them because, well, one, they ended up like revealing later on in life, they really liked me for me. They liked the fact that I wasn't doing drugs and I didn't really find that cool and stuff when they first met me. But I started doing drugs and drinking and doing a whole bunch of weird shit with them because I really wanted them to be my friend. And I thought that I had to do that for for them to like me. But the whole time they liked me for me, and I didn't have to do any of that. And I fucked myself up for no reason. So it's really a fucked up thing. I started doing pills and obviously just, really light smoking marijuana and doing pills. I remember specifically doing like a lot of ecstasy and a lot of Xanax. Cocaine was really introduced to me when I was 14 years old. And I really, really did like it. I remember when I was 17 years old, I had to tell my parents that I was having a drug addiction, but I was really scared to tell them that it was hard drugs. So I just told them I was smoking weed. But luckily, luckily they didn't make me take like a drug test or anything like to go on and like reveal what I was doing further. But I really was just trying to get some help. And they ended up taking me to psychiatrists because I knew that I really, really needed to stop because I was super young and I didn't need to be doing that anymore. But I ended up started doing drugs and drinking a lot more when I was 19 years old and started really entering the sex world, the sex work world, the sex industry. And you just really don't know how to cope doing that shit sober. You really, really, really don't. I really felt like I went backwards in life once I started working. But the only reason why I started working as a sex worker is because somebody dropped their kids off at my house. I was taking care of 2 teenage kids, and then I ended up later on taking care of like a baby. And I did not know, well, they're babies to me. But I ended up having to take care of them and I didn't really know what to do. I was 19 years old and I knew that if I called the cops that they were going to like maybe separate them or take them to foster home or something like that. And I didn't want them. So I just kind of like took matters into my own hands and I turned into sex working. Now, while I was also doing that, I was also working my regular 9 to 5. I was working as a line cook at the Hooters Hotel and Casino. And at the time I was making pretty good money, about $13.50. And now at that time I was making about like $850 every 2 weeks. And this was 2015. Baby, that was pretty good money. My rent was a very, very big deluxe 2-bedroom. It was like roommate styled. Both had your own bathrooms. And it was only charging me, bitch, $650 a month. And at that time, I thought that was a lot. So I would put my $325 away every week, every time I got paid. And then I would have my money for like my bills to pay my car insurance and things like that. So I would have like a couple $100s to have afterwards. And I've always been good at saving my money. When I have a lot coming in, ha 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 ha. But yeah, at that point, once those kids came in my life, I spent all the money I had. I got all these loans out. I used all these credit cards that I applied for, maxed them out, and I had to turn to sex working. So at first, I entered the sex work industry how I entered actually, this young girl, I guess she was already working in the industry herself and she had hit me up and she told me, she's like, hey, I want to go ahead and set myself up on dates with these older men. And I really just want somebody to watch me, like just to make sure that I'm good from a distance and make sure that they don't do anything wrong. She would like have me wait outside their hotel rooms. And would tell me like I should only be in here for this amount of time. If I'm not out here 2 minutes after this time, bang on this fucking door. But she would always luckily come out on time, or if not earlier. She, earlier. These men love fast finishers. But at first, I was really just setting up dates for young women. She gave me the idea to ask, and I worked at Hooters. So I was asking these Hooter girls that really weren't even all that. I would ask them like, hey, you want to make some extra money? I can like set you up on a date with these men. It's going to be $500. I would keep $200. You keep $300. And then you just do what you do after that. You can go on a date with him again or be sugar baby, fuck him, suck him, whatever you want to do. I'll just set you up on the date. And for the most part, people were like, I'm fucking down. Let's do it. So I started doing that for a long time. After a while, Craigslist kind of I started doing that shit on Craigslist, and Craigslist started getting a little harder and cracking down on like how you're able to post things, what you're able to post. So at this point, I was like kind of figuring out how I'm able to like continue making these posts in like these discreet ways. And by the time like business started really getting booming, I fucked up and I couldn't like find any new girls to set these people up on, to set up on dates and make money. So I was like, well, fuck it, and let me set myself up on a date. It was the worst thing to ever kind of happen to me at the time. It really, really was. One thing, because my parents are really from the streets. My dad is a real life goon. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with nobody. That's just the truth. Like, he's really about that life. My mother grew up in the streets as well. She's a survivor. Both of my parents have done a 180. You know, life. Luckily, they made it out. They didn't end up dead or in jail. But they worked really, really hard to make sure that we didn't have to live the life that they lived. And just like, I know my parents, the first night that I set up those dates for myself, I just thought like my parents would be so disappointed in everything that I've been doing but I needed to take care of these kids. I had to take care of these kids. I needed to make sure they had clothes for school. I needed to make sure that they ate. I needed to make sure, and you know, they were young black children, so I needed to make sure that the young girl, you know, felt beautiful with her hair. You know, and hair is not fucking cheap. She showed me what Bellamy hair was. Bellamy hair. If you know what Bellamy hair was, baby, the price is not Bella Small. Ha, Bella Big. So I was, you know, doing what I had to do to provide for these children. Now, like I said, I had to do what I had to do unapologetically to just raise these kids, not even raise, but provide for these kids. You know what I mean? It was really just something different. I grew up in the church. You know what I'm saying? You know, my parents did grow up in the hood, so, you know, you can't take the hood out of the parents. So we grew up, street code is how our parents raised us. You know what I'm saying? But we also grew up in the Bible, you know, by the Bible. Our parents let us know, like, they definitely were like never shy and never quiet about their past. They always wanted us to be aware of how the reality really works. And they always wanted, and growing up now I'm realizing they always wanted to try to show us like, look, what we are providing for you guys is different. We are purposely trying not to give you this shitty ass life that we had and that other people normally have. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not gonna lie, my dad was still, you know, doing what he had to do to get that money for a very, very, very long time, all the way up until I was in my early teens. Once I got into my early teens, my dad decided to leave that life and decided to work 2 full-time jobs and still hustle and be a real man and like provide for his family, no matter if he used the streets or not. He knew he had to provide for his family. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very, very lucky that my father didn't just choose the streets over us. You know what I'm saying? He balanced. Very, very rarely people balance both lives, and my dad was one of the rare breeds to do so. He never forgot about his family. He always made sure to come home at night. You know, was he home during the day, all day? Sometimes he wouldn't come home until like 3 o'clock in the morning, but my daddy always came home, made sure that we ate, made sure that the lights were on. I never had to worry about not being able to take a shower or flush my toilet. Always had brand new clothes. Always made sure my sisters, I didn't really care about shoes, but I could have had the best, the flyest shoes. My sister had all the Jordans, all of the Nikes, all of everything. You know what I'm saying? My parents really did not want us to have, I guess we got to live in like the hood suburbs. The hood suburban lifestyle is what my parents gave us. They tried to give us that lifestyle as best as they could. And for me to do a 180 and walk into the streets, it was different. It was really, really different. But it grew. It definitely grew me some character. I will say that I definitely grew some character. I definitely had a madame. I've had. Yeah, I had a madame. I tried to work with a pimp before, didn't work out. Luckily I made it out alive, and right away too. Like when I was like, fuck these people, I'm just leaving, and I just left right away. Like I didn't even like look back. You know, it wasn't like I didn't have a place to go. Like I said, I had a full-time job. I had a place to live. I just needed more money to provide for these kids. I had just enough to provide for me and to pay my bills, you know. I had to take care of 2 teenagers, and then later on I had to even take care of a baby in life. But that's a whole different story for a whole nother day. But yeah, I just remember the first night that I went out and did something. Oh my gosh, should I tell you guys about my first night? Oh, let me tell you about my first night. The first night set me up. I'll say that. It made me think that it wasn't going to be as bad. Okay, so my first date, I was 19 years old, and I went on a date with this white man. Now, I'm going to keep it real. This gentleman was very handsome. He was very buff, very cut, very fit. He was just a little gay on the side. You know, he had a wife, He had 2 children and a child on the way at the time. This is 2015. So the child is about 9 years old, or about to be 9 years old now. Ain't that crazy? Both of his kids had graduated by this time. They're grown now. They're both in their early 20s now. That's crazy. Time just flies by so fast. Anyways, this man took me out on a date, and he made me meet him at the Palms Casino, and he was like, yo, I need basically to just have a good time and get my fantasies out. But at first we went to a regular dinner, regular time. It was just like a regular date, I guess you could say. And at like towards the end, when he paid the bill, we went out, we got a drink, and he told me, he was like, well, I just want to let you know what I want you to do. You know, then he explained to me he's a married man. And his wife isn't really open sexually. He told me she likes traditional sex. I don't know what traditional sex means. I'm just thinking she just likes to get a dick in her pussy and that's it. Maybe she don't like to suck dick or none of that shit, right? So, no, this is serious. This is really what happened. So he ended up telling me, he's like, I really want you to do, and he was like, I don't need you to give me head. I don't need you to let me penetrate you. I can do all those at home. What I need you to do is give me everything that my wife won't give me. And I'm like, all right, well, what does she do? I'm thinking maybe I gotta fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly she can't do that. No, baby. This man told me, I want you to. He's like, I want to be your personal waste. And I said, well, what does that mean? My personal waste. So I'm thinking, like, does he want to go inside of me? Does he want to pretend we're one person? I'm thinking it's my waistline. You know, I was skinnier at the time. Well, actually a little chunkier, but a little skinnier. Ha! And I'm thinking my waistline. You know what I'm saying? No, baby. He wanted me to pee-pee and caca on him. He wanted me to pee-pee on his mouth, caca on his chest. Then when we're finished, he wants me to take these pictures of him. He had like a little Polaroid camera. He wants me to take these pictures of him, 7 pictures specifically. 1 on his face, 1 on his chest, and the others he doesn't care, but he wants 1 face, 1 chest picture specifically. And he told me he wanted me to take those pictures of him and then leave him right there on his little table and get the fuck right out right after that. That's it. He told me if I wanted to use a shower, I use that motherfucking shower, baby. I use that motherfucking shower. And yes, I did it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did get my little 1500 in my little fucking 10 minutes. Yes, I did get that little 1500. Yes, some kids did eat. Yes, that little girl did get to get her little cheer uniform. Yes, the fuck they did. I thought it was going to be that easy every night. Every night got stranger and stranger and stranger and stranger, ladies and gentlemen. Now, am I proud about what I did? Am I not proud about what I did? Whatever. I got the money though. But literally that's what happened. That's literally what happened on my first date. And I've done a whole bunch of things. Like, I've had husbands tell me, I want to see you take advantage of my wife. I've had people make me literally choke them. Somebody gave me a whip one time and it had like these little needles at the end. And he told me he had like a piece of duct tape. I remember he must have measured out like how far it could hit you. So, because where I was at, like, I had to stand behind the duct tape and he stood behind this other line that he was at, and I would flick this whip and it would like barely cut him. Now, if I got close enough, it could have got inside of him, cut deep in him, and killed him. You know what I'm saying? He could have done some weird shit like that. But he was into shit like that. You know, I remember that. And he would just like to feel the blood just like barely drizzle. Like, it would barely cut him to where he would barely bleed sometimes. And he would definitely be all scratched and scarred up, but the blood drizzle, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I got a little uncomfortable. Just telling you guys all that. But it's okay. I didn't know I was going to tell you that. I'm going to upload it anyway. So maybe I should tell you guys another story. Like, legit tell you crazy stories. Like, I'm just telling you the little bullshit that went on. It's a lot. I really, really don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that out on today's episode. I'm not gonna tell you that. Ha! But thank you for tuning in today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super excited for the giveaway this week. If you guys did not know, 2 p.m. PST, June 1st. June 1st, 2 p.m. PST on my Instagram live at Mr. King of Sin City. I'm super excited to go ahead and give away this $200 Cash App. I'm excited to also shout out the person that's given the $200 to me to give to you. So I'm going to go ahead and announce that on Saturday, June 1st. Yeah, that's today's episode. I'm really excited to have all of you guys here with me today. Next week, I'm going to go ahead and speak about something very fun. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be about nostalgic TV shows. Do you guys remember the TV show Moesha, That's So Raven, and other TV shows? We're going to go ahead and talk about it all. Make sure you guys tune in next week on King of Vegas Podcast. Make sure you guys follow us on all social media platforms like King of Vegas Podcast and King of Vegas Pod on X. We're going to be up on all podcast platforms very soon. I promise. I'm just going to figure out how to do it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later.